Hey guys, Elegant Mess from the Mad Dog Gaming Clan. Today we're going to do a unboxing and review of the Logitech G700s, the new Logitech mouse that came out. Ordered from Newegg. Just so you guys know, this is a unopened new version. It is not a refurbished or open box. So it should have the wireless adapter and receiver with it. I read some of the comments and it did say that some of the refurbished or open box ones did not come with the actual receiver itself, which is strange, but that's the price to pay when you go for refurbished or open box. Not that I've ever had any problems with it, but you know, it does specifically say that not all the items will be there. So take a little look at it. Your Logitech packaging here. G700s. Now, I currently have the G500, the older one. I've had that for a few years and have had nothing but good things to say about it. It's a phenomenal mouse. But they have reshaped this one a little bit and added a new button layout, which we'll get to. I believe the max DPI setting on this is 8200. What's in the box? Mouse, wireless receiver, charging cable, receiver extender cable. So you actually would plug the receiving cable into the back of the computer, and it runs around, so you can set it on the top of the desk or something, and there you plug in the actual receiver. So we'll get to that. So it gives you a better line of sight to it. For gaming, I guess that's a good feature. So we'll go ahead and get this opened up. So your standard packaging from Logitech, it's actually a little bit of a nicer box than the G500. Tells you, everything, all the nice things about it. Recharging and data over a single cable, so you can play and recharge at the same time, which is a nice feature. 13 programmable buttons, 5 onboard memory profiles, so you can change any of your pre-programmed macro settings on the fly, which is nice for say, if you're going from infantry to flying or something like that with different settings. So go ahead and take a look at it. Cables, quick start guide, I'm assuming. Mouse. So as far as package contents go, the wireless card for it says G series on it. Sorry if it won't focus. G700s. As you can see, it has a bit of a new feature on it. It's a new anti-slip that they're using. You don't actually feel the grooves on it. They're more painted on than anything. The sides do have a new finish on them as well. It's a little grittier, so it's not as slick as the old G500 was. And I mean, it's not too rough like sandpaper, but it has a really good feel to it. Nice and firm. So scroll wheel, lock for freewheel. This is your macro setting for on the fly. And then for the G500, there were just 2 buttons to the left of the left click, which have now been replaced with 3, which feel like they have good responsiveness to them. And then for the thumb controls, they went from a 3-button layout to a 4-button layout. Not a very audible click to it at all, but they still feel firm enough that they're going to respond when you hit them. G700 setup guide. Download the software from their website. I already have it. But for the new mouse, for the G500 to the G700, I will have to re-download that and set it up, because obviously the button layout is different, so you can't just change the macro settings over. But it does have onboard memory, so once you configure your mouse and plug it into a different computer, the profile settings that were in there will be saved on the mouse, which is a very nice feature. Looks like they gave a little Velcro for the actual USB cable. This is the end that'll actually plug into the mouse. USB obviously goes in the end, so if you have extra cable, it's not too far away, or if you're just using wirelessly, you can go ahead and wrap this back up. Me personally, I will use it as a wired gaming mouse instead of using the battery, just because that's what I prefer. And then it's actually a pretty nice and comfortable fit in there. Nice and firm, doesn't feel like it's just going to fall out on you. Actually takes a little force to unplug that, which is nice. So if you are using it wired, as I will be, it won't be sliding around on you. Now the only thing that I did notice is that if you are going to be using it as a wired gaming mouse, there is no slot in the mouse itself to hold the wireless adapter. Oh yes, there is actually. It's right in the back, which is nice. I was going to say usually there are one. Rechargeable battery obviously comes with it. On-off switch on the back, and then this is the wireless receiver. So, well, adapter. So one end to the back of the computer, and then pull this end so it's laying on your desk. So instead of just plugging the receiver into the back of the computer, plug it into the adapter, set it up on your desk, and plug the other end into the back of the computer, and it gives you a better line of sight for the mouse to the receiver, which obviously is optimal for gaming. So it's a nice feature. I won't be using it, but it is a nice feature. Now this does not have a weighted system to it like the G500 did, but it does have a very good weight to it. Not too heavy, not too light, just about a medium weight to it. I prefer them a little bit heavier. That's just me personally. They did reform the mouse itself and the contour of it, and it does seem a little bit more comfortable actually, which is good. The access for the buttons for the thumb are good placement, so you can determine between the 4 buttons on the side. You can easily hit those without having to adjust too much. The center button here is off kilter on the angle of it, so you can actually keep your finger on that and still click either of the top 3 buttons without having to reposition your hand, which is nice. So they definitely put some thought into the reconfiguration of this mouse. So I think I'm going to like it. So we'll go ahead and take a look at the software and see how to set up the macros for it. Okay, so in regards to the software can be downloaded from Logitech's website. And once installed, if you already have any other Logitech devices, you may already have the software. Like I've got the Logitech G19 keyboard. So it's the same software, same interface. All you need to do is click on the mouse, and here are the 5 profiles. They do have preset profiles. Forward, battery, DPI, adjustments, profile switching, and then those are all the presets. This one is mind that I've gone through. As I said, the max DPI sensitivity on this is 8200, which is insane. Very fast. It's all over the place. So, don't need it that fast. I prefer around I usually go around 2500 or so, right around there. And then to actually bind the key to something, just choose whatever key, little down arrow, edit. So if you already have something assigned to it, you can unassign it, use a generic preset, or edit it. Go ahead and edit it. You can use a certain mouse functionality that's pre-programmed into it, a normal keystroke, or a multi-key macro. So if you're using this for MMOs, Guild Wars 2, WoW, whatever it may be, you can set up your macros that way. Keystroke, whatever it is, just enter it, and it'll apply it. Just hit OK, and that's it. Okay, so that's the wrap up for the Logitech G700s. Thus far, the feel and the weight of the mouse is very nice. The new button layout seems like it's going to work quite nicely for my play style and how I like things. The only things I really use the keyboard for are character movements, really. Forward, back, left, right, space, and run. Everything else I pretty much use on the mouse. So a nice button layout is important to how I play. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, let me know what you think.